Right, so in this video I'll be giving my sort of long-term review of this Hayter 48 Pro. So I've had it 2 years now, more or less. Just quickly go over what's good about this machine and what I don't think's quite as good or terrible. So start from the top. Good stuff. BBC, very nice to engage. I think it's the best on the market in my opinion, and not being paid to say that. So that's all nice. Another thing that's quite good with all these new Hayters, which hasn't really been talked about, is with these bags, there's no frame inside to collect grass when you're trying to empty it. So usually when you're trying to empty it into a bin or whatever, if you have a frame inside, which like Hondas do, it'll clog up with grass. I don't know if you can see a bit of light through there because I did jet wash it last weekend, but they just get so filthy, these bags. That's the downside. That's the downside to this mower. These bags are way too thick. But there you are. It's got this nice handle here, which you probably could use to somehow attach some little hooks or something, so you can put a scraper on it to clean underneath when it's wet. But I never have had to lift it up, so I don't know. Engine, it's okay, it's been reliable. Shouldn't be on this mower though, or the new 170, should be a more commercial engine. These wheels are good, much better than the previous ones, as is the bumper, doesn't bend, that's will be quite sturdy. As you can see, the height of cut, all fairly easy to do. For some reason it goes up and in a little bit, which I don't think they really have to do, but they are. Small thing. As you see, you've got the side skirts there, chain cover, easy to get off on the screw, and you can get to your sprockets and your chain, replace them when they get stretched or if they fail. So would I recommend it? For you weekend gardeners, part-timers in your 4x1 Deo, probably would be a fine mower for you, just working in the afternoons when it's nice and dry. For the serious gardeners, working 5 or 6 days a week, starting quite early, 7:30 at 8 o'clock, depends where you work, in any weather, no, I wouldn't recommend it, purely because of performance. If it's always bone dry, it'll be alright. But if you have wet grass, which this time of year, sort of October, you would want something with a plastic box, like an Etizia, or maybe a steel. These bags just get clogged up way too easily, and a bit of a pain in the arse. So there were some updates at the end of 2019, which sort of makes this a 2019-2020 hybrid. So it's got the 2019 engine, which I don't make now. As you can see underneath, this new blade, bubble blade I call it, it's still got a bit of connection up there. This new blade and speed reduction kit, which you can get if you had problems with these in the wet, which everyone did, you can get it fitted under warranty if you had it. Might be a bit late now, but 2020 models, it's the same speed, the same blade, and it is a lot better. So if you saw my previous reviews, which I will try and put up in the corner there, was not at all impressed with this in wet, thick grass. So it's supposed to be a pro mower. It wasn't very pro. Just glorified domestic, really. This new blade and speed reduction kit, has it helped in the damp? Yes, it has, quite a lot. It doesn't collect as much underneath the deck as before, which got really bad. In soaking wet, it still clogs up. Yeah, just clogs up really badly, and you end up scraping it quite a lot. The speed, it only went down from, I think it was 3.2 miles an hour to 3, which I think is still too quick. I think they should have really tested this properly. They say they did, but if they did, how come within a few weeks of being released initially, especially with the 56s, people were having the rollers jamming up because of all the grass cuttings that wasn't thrown in the bag. It clearly wasn't tested thoroughly, in my opinion. Sorry to say it, but if someone used the Pro Stripe and then like a demo one of these, or a first generation prototype, they should have said put a 3-speed box in it. If they put a 3-speed box in it, even with this engine, it would probably improve it massively. But I think Kawasaki engine would be better. Hayter said their 3-speed box from Toro won't fit in this, so I said if they were maybe thinking a bit differently when they designed these, could have got a bit of a better result. And again, this bag, yeah, too thick. Gone on about it a few times. Should be a plastic box, or a plastic box option. Even if it's just this top area, plastic box, you can have all the air coming out here, like they do with the Etesia and the steel, and they collect brilliantly in the wet. So you've got to look at the facts out there, I'm afraid, not just stick to what you think you know all the time, because often you're not actually that right. So that's disappointing, but when it is going away from wet conditions, when it's bone dry, this machine is brilliant. Can't really fault it, really. Obviously, if you're going to be fussy, you can, which I do like to be at times. But you know, it's nice having the BBC. Really nice. The drive bail arm being that way, not that way, which isn't the steels. But at least it's all nice. It's all easy to access. 2-year warranty on these machines. Got your one of them, which doesn't really do anything. And yeah, reliability wise, apart from the recalls, which they eventually got right by removing the notch from up here. There was a notch that was supposed to help that process, but hey ho, they got that sorted in the end. There are 1 or 2 other bits that are new on the new models. One being a little metal plate, I don't know if you can see it, that would go behind these screws. I think these plastic bushes, well, they call them bearings, but I think they're bushes. They're a good idea. They're not going to seize on like normal ball bearings, but a lot of them have broke. And they are, well, I was told by Hayter they're made by a German manufacturer that makes plastic bits for cars. Not really too sure the relevance of that when it's a lawnmower and not a car. So I think they need to improve the bushings, just by adding like a brass insert like the old side drives had, and even just things like that, it'll be a lot better. Also, these wheels, they have no bearings in them. Let's see, it's just plastic on the metal shaft, which is fine really, no issues yet. I imagine if you just ran them all day, every day, they would eventually wear out, but take quite a long time, and I doubt it'll cost, you know, a huge amount to fix. So there you are, mixed emotions. I am selling this mower, well, it's sold, so yeah, I thought I'd get this review in before it disappears. Good mower, expensive for what it is. If it was like metal chain guard there, not a cheap plastic one and a better bag, better engine, it would be worth the money. Yeah, good mower, probably rate it about 6.5 out of 10. Too quick, half the time not enough power, but there you are. So, little rant and a review, how about that? Get both in one. And I know people that have bought the new 48 Pros on the 170 engine and they really like it. So different conditions, different review, different opinions. There you are. Sadly these mowers never ever get cheaper from dealerships, they always seem to go up and up, which would be nice if Hayter did put them down, because they are now at least 100 quid more than the previous ones, and I'm not sure they're worth 100 quid more. They might be, I don't know. There you are, there's my review. Hope you liked. If you did, please share and subscribe. I will catch you soon.